and declare that I would be running for the seat of the senator for Siaya in the coming year. This is because of, number one, my track record. When I was a governor, I was the first pioneer governor. Started from zero and left Siaya somewhere. And therefore, would like to return and take steps to reach certain things that never took off from where I left them. You all know that devolution is something that you cannot just learn it one day. So it took me the 10 years that I was there to learn a few things which I think would be very useful to the people of Siaya and to Kenya at large. I am an ODM life member. And I told you, for me to run, to be ejected from ODM, you will have to use nyundo, yeah, kutoa mimi from ODM. But if they eject me, it is good that there are a lot of alternatives for me to use. Sawa sawa. So I will be using those alternatives once I'm ejected. The party leader is a friend of mine, is a relative of mine. It is his right to declare that he wants to defend his seat, except he's not honest, because when he was going to contest, we had agreed that he goes that term and then he leaves me also to go. But now he's still going, so I will be having a right to compete with him. I have been through ODM nominations. You remember when I was a governor, I contested 3 times, isn't it? And made it. So there is no reason why I would be fearing anybody. Me, I don't fear anybody. Let him come, na tuonana mundu. Right? But if something tells them that they want to give it to somebody else, if I am the one that is popular, isn't it? Then there are alternatives. See, I've told you there are alternatives. There is independent, ama hakuna. Between now and then. So we have a lot of room to move and wriggle. One of the things that I believe I should be offering to Siaya is the kind of oversight that I would like to put in place. Is a little bit different because it is an oversight that comes from the knowledge that I had. For example, today you hear of so many cases of pending bills. Why do we have pending bills? When we are having a zero budget, right? Is it possible to put it so that when a zero budget is implemented, at the end of it all, it will be zero minus debts? And I say yes, because all you need to do is to be very strict with your expenditure so that you spend and you commit only the funds that are there. You don't go beyond that. Secondly, one important thing that I would like to employ, I'm right now doing my PhD, and it is based on procurement. Now, the law provides that 30% of procurement budget be reserved for the vulnerable people, people with disability, and women. Now, when you look at the population of those vulnerable groups, you will find it is almost 85%. And that is what is given, they are giving 30. So I would like to go and amend the law, if possible, so that it becomes 45%. And not only that, right now, very few people are even aware that the 30% exists for them. So we should be able to, amplify the fact that that 30% is there and, do a lot of regulatory framework, put a regulatory framework in place so that we make sure that that 30% really, if it is 30%, if it is 45%, it really goes to the people for whom it is intended. Because to date, even when I was in the office, I was seeing some people who are not youth benefiting from the 30%, isn't it? Yes, so that is one thing that a legislation that I would really like to put in place so that, the vulnerable groups take advantage of. Thirdly, you see, the Kenyan economy is supposed to relying heavily on the informal sector. The informal sector where we have Juakali, isn't it? Juakali and the small traders. Now, there has to be a legislation for these people also, so that the works that are supposed to be given to them, they are not supposed to be competing with other people. So that Juakali people, if they are given the job to do, right? Then a certain fraction of the budget is supposed to be allocated to the Juakali. And that benefits only Juakali people. You see, to date, Siaya gets about 10 billion. When I was there, it used to be about 7 billion in a year. Today, they get between 10 and 11 billion. But you find that this 10 billion is invaded by people who are not Siaya people. Right? Yet, for example, when Siaya people go to do a seminar in Kisumu, that is leakage from Siaya funds to Kisumu. Right? Those are things that must be legislated. If it is 10 billion for Siaya, what are you spent in Siaya? Sawa sawa. And even these seminars that are being held outside, that it's not supposed to be there. Even the employees, actually, the employees of Siaya must be made to stay in Siaya. Why do they stay in Kisumu? Munajua mimi. Yes, I will be able to influence the law so that Siaya benefits wholly. Those are the pertinent reasons why I'm feeling that I seriously need to serve Siaya in that capacity to help oversight the governor and the governors in Kenya so that they also learn from what I had